Genesis chapter 45. Joseph could no longer control himself before all who stood by him. He cried out, "Have everyone leave me." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers. He wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard him, and Pharaoh's household heard about it. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" But his brothers could not answer him. They were terrified in his presence. Then Joseph said, "Come close to me." When they did, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. But do not be distressed or angry with yourselves for selling me, because God sent me ahead of you to preserve life. For 2 years now there has been famine in the land, and 5 years still remain without plowing or harvesting. God sent me ahead of you to preserve a remnant for you and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So it was not you who sent me here, but God, He made me a father to Pharaoh, Lord over his entire household, and ruler of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and tell him, this is what your son Joseph says. God has made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down to me quickly. Do not delay. You will live in Goshen and be near me. You, your children, your grandchildren, your flocks, herds, and everything you have, I will provide for you there, because 5 years of famine are still to come. Joseph said, you can see for yourselves, and so can my brother Benjamin, that it is really I who I'm speaking. Tell my father about all the honor given me in Egypt, and bring him here quickly. Joseph threw his arms around Benjamin and wept, and Benjamin wept on his shoulder. He kissed all his brothers and wept over them. Afterward, his brothers talked with him. When the news reached Pharaoh's palace that Joseph's brothers had come, Pharaoh and all his officials were pleased. Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your brothers, load your animals and return to Canaan. Bring your father and your families back to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt. Pharaoh also told them to take wagons from Egypt for their children and wives, and to gather their father and come. Never mind about your belongings, he said, because the best of all Egypt will be yours. The sons of Israel did this. Joseph gave them provisions for their journey. To each of them he gave new garments, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 sets of clothes. He sent his father 10 donkeys loaded with the best things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread, and other food. Joseph sent his brothers away and said, do not quarrel on the journey. They went up out of Egypt and came to their father Jacob. They told him Joseph is still alive. In fact, he is ruler over all Egypt. Jacob was stunned and did not believe them, but when they told him everything Joseph had said, and when he saw the wagons Joseph had sent, the spirit of their father revived. Israel said, enough! My son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. It's alive.